Hey, we have a special guest in the studio tonight. He has truly put Timaru on the map in the New Zealand hip-hop scene. He has travelled all around New Zealand, performing on big stages, and is about to debut his new album, Doorstep Dreams 2, in February 2025. Please welcome Hami Henry. Thank you for joining me, brother.
Tēnā koe, my brother. Tēnā koutou katoa. Te mitu tai ki te atua. I mihi ana au ki te rohine o Kati Huirapa. Tēnā koutou. Te mitu arua. Engari, mihi atu ki te whānau. Kia koutou. Yeah. Ko Hami toku ingoa. Ko tāwhiturahi te maunga, ko te awapuka te awa, ko paringaringa te moana, ko pōtahi te marae, ko te awapauri te iwi, tihei mauriora. Mauriora, my brother.
Kia ora, thank you, bro. Awesome. So let's just jump right in there, bro. So, did you grow up here in Timaru?
Grew up in the heart of South Auckland, bro, all around South Auckland. Mangere, Takanini, Manirewa, just the hood.
Yeah. What was it like growing up in Auckland?
It was pretty ruthless, bro, to be honest, but considering what it was like for a lot of other people, bro, we had a pretty sweet day. You know, like, there was a lot of the people I went to school with, you know, coming to school hungry, going home hungry, coming back even hungrier.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's where I think a lot of that crime comes from me, you know, it's just, you know, kids are, you know, I found that when I was, we went up a few years ago to visit her brother, you know, and I just sort of took a stroll down to Manurewa shopping centre myself, you know, and you found that, like, you know, that edge of crime was there, but it was because they were hungry, you know, these kids were hungry, you know, you could just tell, like, they were, you know, they were looking out for the dollar, you know, they were trying to get the dollar chips and the dollar bread, you know, just to fill the tummy, you know, so.
Just to have a kai sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty ruthless, but you don't see none of those kids that have all they need, you know, going ahead and doing some of that stuff. So.
Yeah. And what do you love about living in Timaru, bro?
It's a love-hate relationship, if I've been honest. It's but it always brings us back to the people that are here. I like meeting new people as well. It seems to be quite a small world, but for me it's always going to be the people. This is where I met the mother of my children, and this is home now, bro.
Because how long have you guys been here? How long have you been here personally?
I've been here since 2009. Was my first year at Mountain View. And
how old were you then?
I was 12 going on 13, coming out of intermediate, moved down from Purirua.
Oh, yeah.
So
nice.
just about, you know, Purirua is half an hour outside of Wellies. So that was a complete change from Auckland, went from blue to red in a matter of overnight.
Yeah. Ngāti Pōneke.
Yeah. So she's a fiddle town there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So were you always into music, and what kind of music influenced your journey?
I was always surrounded by music, brother. Like my nan, I think she had like 6 or 7 sisters, bro. And they surrounded us with all the old school. I was brought up on Uncle Bob, UB40, just all the good shit. Sorry, it's all the.
Don't worry,
just all the good stuff, bro. Like the Drifters, Temptations, but yeah, there was also like Tupac and Biggie and whatnot. But I was originally wanted to be an All Black. That's what I wanted to be, bro. So my first passion and love was rugby, but then I found food. So
it's kind of they don't kind of go together, do they? Yeah.
My adult taste buds started kicking in. When I was coming of age.
Yeah. I actually spoke to my sister a wee while ago, and I said to her, you know, like, you actually influenced my music taste when I was a kid, because what she would do is she would make these mixtapes up, you know, like tapes, cassettes, you know, for our Gen X's out there, you know. For our Gen X's out there, you know, the cassettes, the
They
thing
don't
of the
know those
past.
struggles, bro.
But she used to make up these mixtapes for my mum, and unfortunately my mum hated them, hated all the music on them. So I would be the one to listen to them, you know. And I sort of grew up on all the the old Motown music, you know, like
Motown,
like Marvin Gaye and Diana Ross and Temptations, and just they always fascinated me, you know. So it's always good to sort of reminisce about that old school music taste thing. So when did you realise that you had a talent for music?
I wasn't ready for that one, bro. I guess if I had to pinpoint it down to one particular moment, I was probably outside one of the clubs. Just had enough, you know. I was over it. Everybody was still inside, having a kani and a dance and whatnot. So it's just me outside at this point. I'm just chilling by myself, bro. There's nobody out there but me, and then just to get some fresh air, clear my head and whatnot. The white pedal's starting to wear down, and the news starting to wear off. And I see one of the brothers, just a random fella, you know, just cruising up the street, and he's playing some beats on his speaker, and he goes straight past me, and I was like, "Hey, bro, come back," and he was just like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was just like, "Bro, can you chuck an instrumental?" I just started rapping from there. It's just me and the bro at one point, and then all of a sudden, after like a minute or two, I look up, and there was like 30, 40 people outside, bro.
Wow.
And I don't know if they was recording me because I thought it was Cax or not, but I think the owners of, I think it was called Melba's at the time.
Oh yeah, Melba's, yep.
Yeah, I think it might have been John, no, not Johnny, what's the bro's name?
Jimmy Dog?
The other fella, Dreadlocks. He used to be on the door and that.
Oh, yeah, I know who you mean, yeah.
Yeah, the bro and Lisa, is it Lisa?
Yep,
I think?
yep.
Yeah. So they were outside recording me as well. And then I was like, oh no. So I'm about to stop, and I was just like turned away, and then I was Tommy, bro. Brother Vader, he's like, nah, keep going, bro. And I was just like, oh, yeah, sweet as. So I just fully embraced that moment, bro. And then from then I was like, you know, these fellas actually listening to what I got to say. I stopped freestyling about just like rapidy rap stuff, and then I started talking about my life, bro. So once I knew that people were listening to the stories I had to tell, they were like, bro, that's crazy. That was crazy freestyle. I was like, bro, that wasn't really a freestyle. I was just like telling you stories about my life and who I am, where I came from, and from there I was like, you know, I said to the bro, I was like, I'm never going to town now, bro. I'm never going to town now.
Yep.
I want to do something with this, because if that's what we can
Got
do.
the taste for it?
Yeah, bro. I just got that thirst and that hunger for performing in front of people, I guess, because the nerves went straight away after that, I think. And
Cool.
I can't remember when it was. It might have been like 2015, 16.
How old were you then?
I was 21, 22,
Wow.
I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just after my 21st, 22nd birthday.
Nice. So I understand you got a bit of a family going there, bro. Like,
just a wee bit of a fun.
Yeah, pretty much a touch team.
Yeah,
so.
just a wee hopping.
Yeah.
Just a wee hopping inside the Yeah.
So and how many in the household?
Now, Fadi, at the moment we have me, my fiance Courtney, and just shout out to her, by the way. Yeah, she's holding it down right now at home with our PP. We got her two oldest, Peyton and her oldest Peyton, her other youngest Jada, and then our two twins, Maya Fitzioda, and my nephew Mali. So he's pretty much whānau to me and Courtney.
Beautiful.
And but in the weekends, bro, I got my other two, my daughters Manaya and Aria.
Yeah.
And at any one time, we could have like 7 kids. 7 kids and like...
Yeah, so pretty much a touch team with subs, basically.
Like full 7 squad, whānau.
Yeah.
Full 7 squad, so if you want to invest, the future is here in Timbers.
Yeah, and the little twin girls, eh? Yeah, but you just like
yeah.
they're only really quite young.
Yeah, just coming up almost 10 months.
Wow.
So they'll turn 1 in February.
Yeah, awesome.
And brother's blown away, bro.
Yeah,
They crazy, bro.
Yeah,
They're crazy. It's massive mahi, but way balanced. So.
What was the reaction when you found out that you were having twins?
Oh, I can't say it. I can't say it right now.
Yeah.
But it rhymes with fluff. Fluff, and so when we seen it straight away, bro. They come straight away on the screen, and my partner, she just started like, with the face, she was just like, and then her mum, my mother-in-law, she was like, just in tears, bro. She was bawling her eyes out and just lost it. And fair enough too, how many people can say that they've been fortunate and blessed enough to have twins, bro.
Yeah, and they're beautiful too. I see their photos, man. They are really beautiful kids. So, how do you find juggling the family life and an emerging music career?
It's to be 100% honest, my brother. It's to be completely honest. It's extremely difficult because I know how what's got to give in order for me to do this. Something's got to be sacrificed over here so I can do this, and some would say it's selfish, but it's a lot bigger than that. It's a lot bigger because I want my kids to go for everything. If you're good at something, or even if you're not good at something, give it a crack. And give it a good crack. Give it everything you got. Because you never know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
unless you have a jam, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
So if I can install that in all of them, then should be doing an all right job.
Yeah, definitely.
As a father.
We've talked about this previously in our men's group actually, where we talk about like your children sort of grow up to be the memory of you. You know what I mean? So. When you sort of talk to someone, and you talk about them growing up, it always comes up about, what it was like growing up and what their parents were like, you know what I mean, and how that has influenced them as a person, you know what I mean, and I think, when your kids see that you're as ambitious as you are about what you're trying to do here with your music career, I think it's always going to be something that they're going to remember and they're always going to have, in their hearts as well, you know what I mean. So it's yeah, I think you're right. It's very important to, aim at what you're trying to do here. It's really crucial.
There is a balance, but it's like if I can make up for it later on down the line at some point and be fully present.
Yeah.
And exactly how I am with my music, I need to be given that same type of energy with my whānau first and foremost, because if I can't do that, then that's not gonna. The rest of this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
If I can be the best father I can, that's the only thing that matters, because I've tried that other stuff. It didn't work, and it always brought me back to that. So
nice.
Just learning, still learning, brother, every day.
Yeah. And has having a family influenced your sound?
It is my sound, bro. It's influenced everything. From how I kōrero now too, outside performing or any of my music, how I present myself, how I treat my partner. They see all that, they hear all that, and a lot of the time we struggle to communicate. So when we struggle to communicate, I'm not fully focused on my music.
Yep.
But when we do communicate and we can click and everything goes right, it shows, and that's what I'm hoping to come out through this album. So.
Yeah. So, the wahine there, she must be pretty supportive of your journey.
She's a soldier, brother.
She's a soldier, yeah.
She's a soldier.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful, So, I'm very glad that you've got it, because it's really important to have someone that's supportive of you, you know, when you're targeting these dreams, eh?
Everything, bro. Like, she's the reason I'm doing what I'm doing, because that's how I first started. From there on, I don't know if that's kicking into another question we got later on, but is it?
Well, maybe.
So, yeah, she's pretty much told me to risk it all at the start. There was no hesitating. Before I was even convinced that I was able to accomplish what I was going to accomplish in the future, she already seen that in me. And it wasn't even like a blink of an eye, bro. She was just like, yeah, let's do it, let's go. Yeah. I got you, we're good.
Beautiful.
And yeah, that's not to say we haven't had our disagreements over this mahi, because there's been plenty, bro. But on our good days, it's, you know, there's no and no one I'd rather do it with. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what kind of struggles have you had to endure coming up, and what do you do to manage them?
Snakes, fatigue, culture, bro. There's a lot of different cultures, and just like I kind of hope for others coming into our space and our whenua, it's like, you know, I'm trying to be respectful of what they got as well. So it's there's been a lot of different people, bro, to be honest. But there's a lot of good people as well. I've met some dope artists, some dope producers, couple engineers that are super genuine. And they just really, you can tell when someone's someone's
in your corner.
Yeah, when someone's genuine and when they're pono, and because you get those vibes. You might not get them straight away, but you can always tell. If not the first time, the second, third, or later down the track. Sometimes you can't see them. So trying to deal with those struggles is just to remember who I am and who's around me that I'm blessed to have. So.
And what about mentally, bro? You know, how do you deal with your mental struggles? You know,
well, a lot of it comes out in the music anyway, but as well as that, I've got to have that physical activity to keep me just grounded, because growing up, like I said, I was so used to playing rugby and footy and everything that I was able to let my aggression out on the field in a physical way and not get in trouble. You know, that was allowed. And soon as that was gone, I noticed that I was starting to get a bit old, bro, but too many injuries now, so I just focus on the music now, and that sort of helps, but I still need that physical activity to keep my tinana and my wairua one in the whole.
Because and I think too, like it's kind of that environment, like you said, you know, like where do you think you would have been if you still lived in Auckland? You know what I mean?
Mate.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I mean, you know, like it's I think the environment down here is really it translates to a good lifestyle down here in Timaru, you know. And that was one thing for me too, was raising my children here. Was, you know, like I didn't want them ending up in a patch, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want them, you know, that wasn't because I come from there. You know, I come from Wanganui, and obviously very predominant gang town, and I just didn't want my kids ending up in that lifestyle. You know, because it's that same old story, you know, and I enjoyed it when I was a kid, you know, like you go around to your mate's house after school, the old man's a patch member, their patch member mates are hanging around. You see that lifestyle, and
it was highly attractive.
Yeah, it's highly attractive, right? That's right. You know, they got all the rings and the cool cars and everything, you know, and it's like
and fish and chips.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, fish and chips.
That's right.
You know, that's right.
Yeah. So, how important is it to have the right people around you when you're making music, and more importantly, promoting your music?
It's crucial, because I've seen a lot of people and the kind of people that they have around them, and they got all the resources and all the tools, but when it came to them making music, it sort of just sounded like the influence that they had around them and their environments come straight through in a not so positive way. But I don't like to, critique other artists because, I just focus so much on myself. But it's like when you try to accomplish something great and you're facing, I'd just say maybe like little struggles and obstacles, you need those people to ground you and to help you through that, and instantly, instead of focusing on what the problem is, trying to find that solution to make it work, because there's always a way. And just having those right people around you, they sometimes they have a different point of view that can tautoko you and enhance your vision and what you want to achieve.
Yeah, 100%.
And I guess collectively it all comes together and it all comes to light.
Yeah, because I've been a fanboy for a long time.
Oh, bro.
I'm a fanboy, bro. And but I do notice that you do have a lot of people around you a lot of the time, and that's why I asked the question was, what influences do you take? What are the good stuff and what's the bad stuff you take from people? Does it influence your sound? And is it important? It's obviously very important to you to have the right people around you.
Yeah, I take. Firstly, I see them. I take them at face value. If they do the same for me, then cool. But one thing I look for is how they treat their family, of course, and see, I guess, just if they're pretty ratchet with their own whānau, you can probably 9 times out of 10 they're probably going to be ratchet with someone that they don't know.
How often do you get? Can you just my demo?
It's quite often, more than not now. Yeah. But it's quite a privilege, I think, for people to, and I still won't get used to it. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. But the fact that people look at me in that sense in such a high regard, it's like, oh, bro, that's pretty dope. Eh?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's just so I just gotta quickly acknowledge that, and then again bring myself down.
Put the feedback on the ground. Yeah.
Just acknowledge it and express my appreciation, and then just carry on in the most authentic way I can. So that nice. I'm not, for one, lying to them, and not trying to devalue any of their mahi that they've already done or anything, because that's not going to help anyone.
No. Guys, hey, that concludes part 1. If you'd like to learn more about Hami and his journey through his music career, please tune in next week for part 2, and don't forget to follow us on all social medias and listen up to Timaru Podcast, and like and subscribe us on YouTube as well.
And I ain't trying to blame no one else, no. Just understand that I'm working away. I ain't trying to better no one else, no. I'll make it happen one day, so I pray.